Manunggaling Kawula. Gusti is also frequently interpreted as the union of the human Kawula with the divine spirit, Gusti. In Arabic, this concept is known as Wadatul Wujud Manam Majud. The teachings of Manunggaling Kawula, Gusti, emphasize the existence of a divine spirit within each human being. This spirit is believed to originate from the divine spirit of God. It's elucidated in the Quran, which provides the account of human creation. Remember, when your Lord said to the angels, "Indeed, I am going to create man from clay, so when I have perfected his form and breathed into him my spirit creation, then fall down in prostration to him." QS Shad 71-72. Consequently, the human spirit is considered to be in a state of unity with God, albeit separated by the ego and impurities of human actions, which render individuals unaware of this divine connection. Upon further examination, it becomes evident that this teaching transcends its religious context and encompasses a broader spiritual dimension. It is a Sufi teaching within the context of Islam that has been widely discussed. However, due to the limited availability of information and the absence of the internet in ancient times, its knowledge was primarily disseminated among religious experts and higher-ranking scholars who had undergone rigorous learning experiences. Consequently, it was not accessible to the general public. This knowledge was confined to restricted books, guarded by esteemed scholars and their institutions, some of whom exploited public ignorance to perpetuate class divisions. This teaching places a greater emphasis on the spiritual realm than on the physical world. Consequently, some individuals have interpreted the concept of the purpose of human life as the union of the human spirit with God. Manunggaling Kawula Gusti, according to Sheikh Siti Jenar. For those who have attained unity with the essence of life or the essence of God, all forms of worship become invalid. This is because God transcends natural laws, and individuals who have become one with the essence of God achieve immortality without decay. They are liberated from the constraints of Sharia law as their actions align with the higher essence of God. The concept of Manunggaling Kawula Gusti is elucidated. The union of man with God is akin to a mirror reflecting an individual's self. The reflection in the mirror represents man. Scholars and experts in knowledge hold the belief that God is remarkably close to humanity. Some even assert that God resides within man in a pure heart. This notion is grounded in the following argument. We create a man and are cognizant of his innermost thoughts. Furthermore, we are even closer to him than his jugular vein. QS Kaf 16. Scholars and intellectuals feel satisfied that they have united with God. He knows, he sees, and he witnesses in himself, inside his pure heart. For the Javanese community, this teaching is very familiar because, first of all, there are esoteric teachings like this in the archipelago, such as the story of Bhima and the god Ruji. Then the concept of Vishnu united with Krishna in the story of the Mahabharata. This was also a concern initially raised by the other saints. Despite D-Max's establishment, Sheikh Siti Jenar continued to openly teach the science of Rosaning Rasa, the taste of secret, even after D-Max's establishment. He firmly believed that no knowledge should be concealed. All humans, irrespective of their social status, are entitled to knowledge from God and those bestowed upon them by God. Consequently, a new movement emerged among Siti Jenar's followers, leading to various deviations. The public became cognizant of their reluctance to bow down to the authority of tyrannical kings and unjust figures, as many came to realize that their own worth was not inferior and, in fact, no different from those of these figures. This ultimately gave rise to significant controversy and slander. The Shahada, the oath of acceptance of Islam as taught by other saints, is commonly perceived as a mere recitation of the words, "There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the prophet of Allah." Consequently, its impact on human behavior is deemed minimal, as it is simply a verbal expression devoid of profound significance, while anyone can recite it, even if they lack comprehension. Sheikh Siti Jenar holds a different perspective. In Sheikh Siti Jenar's view, the Shahada holds true meaning as a testimony rather than an utterance of a declaration of one's testimony. The weird Sasahidan of Sheikh Siti Jenar, recited in the heart, is as follows from Sheikh Siti Jenar. I declare before myself the absolute truth. There is no deity beyond myself. I affirm Muhammad as my messenger. Concept of Allah is synonymous with my physical form. The messenger is my essence. Muhammad is my illumination. I am the eternal being who transcends the boundaries of death. I am the eternal memory that never fades or diminishes. I am the unchanging essence that remains steadfast amidst all transformations. I am the omniscient observer who perceives everything and ensures its accountability. I am the Almighty, the wise, devoid of any deficiency in comprehension. By the eternal and incomprehensible absence of sensation, absence of perception, only I encompass the entirety of the universe. By my inherent nature, the Shahada, an oath, is not spoken aloud, but rather implied in the heart during profound meditation. Consequently, the birth of this testimony necessitates its manifestation through action. This is followed by meditation or dhikr, remembrance of the divine, to attain the experience of death in life and life in death. Dhikr involves remaining still and stilling the mind and will, thereby re-establishing the unity of the heart, mind, and sense of life. This is achieved by uniting the five senses, closing the eyes, and directing them to the third eye area while simultaneously uniting the heartbeat. Additionally, the in-breath and out-breath must be regulated to prevent overlap. This practice of Sasidin culminates in the fusion of the heart's sensory perceptions and the complete cessation of all emotions. Upon attaining this state, it descends into the soul and permeates all the cells and nerves of the body. This culminates in the complete absence of emotions and the development of clairvoyant perception. The interpretation of the Shahada, as elucidated by Sheikh Siti Jenar, encompasses a positive, progressive, and active work ethic, as well as a movement ethic. Sheikh Siti Jenar asserts that the Shahada of Tawhid and the Shahada of the Apostles encapsulates the essence of the fall of feelings, becoming ethos, the authenticity of feelings, motoric elements, the convergence of feelings, active and creative ideas, tangible outcomes, and their impact on the authenticity of life. This constitutes the authentic interpretation of the Shahada of the perfect human being. So, according to the Sheikh, if the Shahada is merely a statement, it is useless and false. The Shahada must be a pledge that also leaves a lasting impression on definite actions. Therefore, the Sheikh criticized the other saints for teaching mere nonsense and merely false statements. That's all for today's video. We will meet you again on another video with an amazing story for you.